Well, thank you. Wow, talking about data and AI on the 100th floor. How exciting it is, right? Um, so my name is Yifeng, and good afternoon. Thank you to coming to my session. So today I'm going to talk about data, AI, and sustainability, right? So do you know that our data center accounts for 1 to 2% of all global power consumption in the world. Right? That's huge. So, and among this consumption, 20 to 25% are accounted by data storage. That's a big number, right? We know sustainability, global warming is a critical issue for us, right? So, and then with the boom of generative AI, we are going to use more and more power in the data center, right? What does that mean to sustainability? And what can we do to help reduce power consumption as an IT professional, right? I guess one thing we could do really is to build really efficient system that consume less power and do more works. So this is what I'm going to talk about. So first, Pure Storage. Pure Storage is founded back to, in 2009 with a single mission to disrupt the HDD dominant storage industry with all-flash technology. Just within 14 years, we have grown to a well-established US public list company, right? With over 1,200 customers globally, and with the industry highest NPS score. And we have been empowering over hundreds of global AI projects, including some of the largest ones in the world. So the question is why a storage company like Pure talking about AI? Right? The reason is very simple. Today, all these awesome AIs like ChatGPT, large language models, they run on many servers. They are built on top of fast shared storages. Because the data sets they need to train the AI is so big, it doesn't fit in a single server, right? And they need a fast shared storage like Pure's FlashBlade to share the data among all these GPU servers. And that's also making sharing expensive GPUs much easier. So as Pure, we empower AI at scale. We simplify AI infrastructure deployment, operation, and scale. I think really AI system is not just the model, it's actually the data plus the model, right? So when you build infra for your AI system, you need to bear in mind to support both big data and AI when you build the infrastructure. Actually, back to 2019 or somewhere around that time, all the best models are trained on multiple GPU servers. Right? That's why we are talking about large AI systems these days. And then if you plot ChatGPT into this, it's really all up on the top right, right? So it grows massive. So how do we build a large AI system? Well, there's really 4 fundamental building blocks. We need a lot of GPUs run on Kubernetes. Of course, we need fast shared storage like FlashBlade from Pure. And then we need fast networks to connect them together, right? And on the software side, we need some algorithm to make them all work together efficiently. And if you think about this, it's not easy to build such a system. It's involved from the bottom storage to the infrastructure, to the server network, and then to the software. It's full stack. It's not easy. So Pure tries to simplify this whole process with IRI, or AI-ready infrastructure solution. IRI was first invented in 2018, co-developed with, by Pure Storage and NVIDIA, right? IRI simplifies AI infrastructure deployment and the scale. And ever since then, it keeps evolving. With IRIS, the latest solution, we are going to support NVIDIA GPU direct storage and certified with NVIDIA baseport architecture. So that's make IRIS even more efficient for sustainability. Well, IRIS is cool. I think it's also important to talk about the technologies that's empowering AI, right, under AI. So let's talk about that. At Pure, we really have 5 key technologies here. Right? Today, I'm going to focus on those 3 or 4 that's more relevant to AI. Let's go a little bit further in these technologies. So the first is direct flash. Well, in AI, we don't use hard disk. I'm very glad that we don't have to talk about HDD in AI, right? People are talking about SSD. It's an obvious, easy answer. But in my opinion, it's easy, but it's not efficient. It's not the best answer. Here's why. SSDs, especially for large AI, they're hitting a wall, right? And they are falling further and further behind. Not all flash were created equally. If you think about SSD, if you open up a SSD, right? Of course, there's a flash chip, memory chips that actually store your data. There's also the controller. It's like a microchip to manage the how you store, read, and write the data, right? There's also DRAM, memory, for the consumer to work, And then every time you purchase a 1 terabyte of SSD, you actually end up purchasing about 1.2 terabytes. Right? There's over-provisioned NAND chip inside the SSDs. So there's a lot of overhead. If you do the math, can you imagine if you build a 10 petabyte SSD-based system for AI, you are going to waste 2 petabytes additional NAND chip, right? And 10 terabytes of DRAM just inside the SSDs. It's a lot of waste. E-waste. It's not friendly for our environment, right? So that's another reason why SSD doesn't scale. Okay? So what's the solution? Can you guess what's the solution? Well, it's very simple. Do not use SSD. Okay? At Pure, we don't use SSD. We still use NAND flash chip, but we actually use a lot of NAND flash chip in our storage array. But we write our own software to manage all these chips globally, right? So that we have the best look, we understand what's going on inside each cell of the NAND chip. So that we can do a lot of optimizations, like when do we want to do garbage collection? How do we control, where do we write or read this data on which chip, on which cell in the chip, right? So all these science and engineering optimizations makes our direct flash technology more reliable, 3 to 4 times more reliable compared to industry SSDs. There's low hidden flash waste, right? You buy 1 petabyte from Pure, you get 1 petabyte. And also makes it more performant. It also makes us build ultra-dense direct flash modules, okay? Because we don't have to put DRAM into each individual SSDs. We don't use SSDs because, right? So if you think about today, the largest SSD is about 30 terabytes. It's very difficult to scale. Today, we are already shipping 48 terabytes DFMs. In very near term, in early next year, we are going to ship 75 terabytes DFMs. And we foresee in 2 years, we are going to ship 150 terabytes DFMs. A DFM is like the size of my hand. Can you imagine you holding 150 terabytes of data in your hand? That's what Pure is doing, right? Efficiency. If you don't believe me, take a look at this case study, right, from Meta. About 3 years ago, Meta chose Pure as one of their strategic partners to build the world's largest AI supercomputer for research. Over 60,000 NVIDIA 800 cards, about 200 petabytes of Pure arrays was used to build this system. And this was 3 years ago. Today, it's much bigger. I'm sure it's much bigger. The reason Meta chose Pure is really the high density, less power, so that they can give more power to the GPUs rather than to the storage, and more reliable from the storage. So that's DFM. Of course, we don't sell DFM directly. We put DFM, we put the software we call PwC together into our product, right? One is called FlashBlade S. Okay, S is a unified, fast file and object storage, designed for unmatched power and space efficiency to meet the demanding sustainability goals, while minimizing your overall TCOs. FlashBlade S came with a rich set of solutions. A lot of use cases can run on top of FlashBlade S. That's including big data analytics and AI. There's a lot of numbers in this slide, but please do remember, we even put sustainability into our product's name, right? S actually stands for sustainability too, okay? And the FlashBlade is evergreen. You only need to buy FlashBlade once, and you can use it forever. The reason is that as time going, FlashBlade keeps getting better and better. Every 3 years, we send you new hardware, we ship new software all the time, all free, right? So you don't have to worry about data migration. Just think about how can you migrate like 10 petabytes of data every 5 years? You don't want to do that. That's a last mile, right? You don't have to worry about that with Pure. There's low data migration, zero planned downtime. If you subscribe to our Evergreen program, besides all the availability, performance, and the capacity SLAs, we even guarantee you energy efficiencies. We say, for every terabyte of data you store in our array, we guarantee you that the power consumption will be less than a certain watt. Okay? If we break this guarantee, we pay back you service credits. A month ago, we just announced that. We take this a step further. We just announced that, okay, if you subscribe to Evergreen, all right, Mr. Customer, we are going to pay you. We are going to pay you for your data center space and the power consumption by our array. We are that serious and confident about our efficiency. Of course, we also have PwC. These days, almost every customer, AI customer I talk to, they run AI in containers in Kubernetes. And AI is a stateful applications. Later I show you what kind of data you need for building AI system. With PwC, we just make running AI in Kubernetes much, much easier as a stateful applications. So, putting FlashBlade and PwC together, this is how you are going to run AI on top of Pure. Right? You are going to store your data in FlashBlade backend, most time in FlashBlade NFS backend, right? There's basically two types of data you're going to store there. You have your data sets. This is very rarely read-heavy I/Os happening there. Then you have your workspace data like your code, your logs, your checkpoints of the models. These are write-heavy, okay? So you store this data in FlashBlade. FlashBlade gives you the ultimate performance for that. And then you consume this data through PwC. Right? PwC provides persistent volume, PVs, to your AI applications running in the Kubernetes cluster. And with additional enterprise reliability and features, right? Besides just providing the data, providing the PVs, we also give you things like replications, like security, DR, backup, a lot of enterprise features came in with PwC for your AI system. So, I guess our vision is really to help you unify your data and AI together, right? So that you can use FreshBlade as a single repository for all kinds of data, whether it's for big data analytics, like data lakes or data lake house, or whether it's for AI training or deployments. And then you can build a single Kubernetes cluster running all the computes there, CPU-based or GPU-based, right? Like I said before, FreshBlade is GPU-ready. In the very near term, we will support NVIDIA GDS, GPU Direct Storage. So that bypass the CPUs so that we can send data directly from the storage to your GPU memory. So that makes it even faster and more efficient for your data system, right? So as a result, you will be able to build a single pipeline from ingesting data to do data preparation, pre-processing for your AI, ETL, even SQL, model training, and deployment. You can consolidate multiple data and AI workloads together in this system and accelerate them with the performance coming from FreshBlade, PwC, and the GPUs. And don't worry about data migration. Right? I do want to mention that again because it's really, really important. So, with that, I would like to conclude my session, right, by showing this, this picture. Just about a month ago, we are very honored to be recognized by Gartner in their Magic Quadrant for primary storage, right? We are recognized as the leader for that category 10 years in a row. 10 years in a row. And also, actually, just today, this morning, we just received an announcement, a news from GigO. They recognize FreshBlade as the leader for file and object storage for enterprise. So really, Pure is, I guess it's a late player in this storage market. But within a very few time frame, right, we have grown to becoming the leader, the innovator in this space. We are empowering a lot of AI and data customers. I hope we will be also empowering your AI journey. With that, thank you for coming to my session.